Hello everyone, welcome back to APGT channel. So today we are inviting a guest from Vietnam who is Stella, MCVP iGT 1920, and then she is going to talk about what is their experience and learnings after they stop our operations for almost 1 month in Vietnam. And then at the same time, I really want you to keep in mind that it's now very important to prepare 100% for the potential risks. So when it comes, we can actually be ready for that. And then at the same time, if it's not actually coming, but we can also take this as a very big learning that for leaving a good legacy for our next generations to reduce the potential risk as much as we can. So before we start, I have a questions for you to think about, which is so in the end of your term, what kind of legacy you actually want to leave for the next generation. So just keeping this question, and then you can feel free to comment under this video about the answer and what you think or what you also have done and what's your opinions about how we should react under this situation. Okay, so right now let's invite Stella. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. Hi, I'm Stella. I'm current MCB ICT in IGT Vietnam term 1920. Okay, so I don't know why, but people call me with a lot of names like Stella, Estelita, Bella, Lockling. So today I'm gonna share about COVID-19, especially about case management. Because like currently in Vietnam, we have a kind of so many realization and approval, like an approval will rely soon, so around more than 100, and that is a big problem when on the opportunity is closed and how our entity, especially ICT, deal with situation. So I will start. So today I will say three parts. First one is what I have done. Second one is the learning lesson, and the last one is about what we need to prepare to do. Yeah. So for what we have done as our entity, so from the day that we have 16 cases, we start to establish the crisis management team. One from head product and one from back office, which is me and MCV marketing, who in charge for university relationship. And we two I present for product and she present for youth in Vietnam. So we organize on the activity related to crisis management. And why we need to have this thing, because like we want to centralize all the information and send to entity as one, so people will not miss as much information. Second one is that we have a website that update Vietnam and entity situation for IR. So whenever any IR partner or any entity want to know more about situation in Vietnam, they will click on this. The third one is that operation tracking tool, which one is for number, which is like people track about. One is for the number, that's like for example, how many approval you have, how many break approval may you have. And the second one is the system update about the situation of each EP. So at the MC, we know exactly what happened for each EP and give the case direction for each EP. And also we have internal communication guideline. For internal communication guideline, which is how as in Vietnam as a member, people communicate about situation, because like the situation is worse in social media, a lot of fake information, and so a lot of protested related to information. If we don't educate our member how to communicate about situation, it becomes very worse. And also product communication, like communication guideline, which we use to communicate with our partner. So which is like whenever our member want to communicate, relate anything about Vietnam, so situation, they will come there to take the information. And number six is global email journal about situation. And the last one is risk and change management guideline. So this is that's something that our entity haven't done for that. So maybe it's not really like it's not really perfect. That if you can see you want to feedback or give any comment, you can give me the resume so we can grow together. But then when I go through this on this action step for around 2 months, and I realized some learning lessons as a ICS. So the first one is that when it exactly ends, it means like when the exchange ends, hosting entity always wrong in sending entity perspective. Why? So I try some certain way to check how the reaction of sending entity when they have the cases when if we have problem. So normally we try to send email or send a message to sending entity to announce the situation and give a suggestion. Like for example, the EPA have this situation, and at the hosting entity we suggest this solution. So we don't wait for sending entity reply or not. But then it comes to the thing that even sending entity don't reply anything, it's not mean we satisfied with the situation. So the learning lesson is that we need to have a common agreement between sending entity and hosting entity, because like even we say that okay it common sense, but also the common sense in different region also different. The common sense in Asia Pacific is different with MIA, and the way people perceive the situation and take action for that solution is also very different. So as a host entity, we always be the one who have a more responsible for the situation. So just try as much as you can to get everyone on the same page. Like set a meeting, have call everything to make sure that the spending entity have the same mindset, have the same solution with hosting entity. Because when EP have problem, they start to very freaked out, and the one they can trust is the one have the same language, the same religion with them, which is sending entity. And if sending entity have a different perspective with hosting entity, 100% hosting entity will fail on the way convince EP to follow the suggestion. That is the first one. The second one is that do not let your people free, which means like do not let your people have like nothing to do, because at this situation like people cannot go for sale properly, people cannot go for match properly. But then if we don't keep people have like a job to do, so people will feel it's bored and they will feel far away from the organization. So, but I consider now is a good time for everyone to implement long-term strategy. So for Vietnam, currently we revise again on the legality document like contract with partner, contract with AP, contract between AP and partner. Start to set up digital channel like LinkedIn website for ICS, and also we start to audit setting standard. So which is like normally we accuse that we have operation. Oh, only you and me here, right? Connie? Oh, it's still clear. Okay. So that is strategy. And the third one is about plan for the worst case to ensure that the worst case will not happen. Which is like you can project for the goal, project for performance of your IR partner, and uh, like plan for the worst situation that we can have, and think how if that situation happen, how we can move forward. And the last one about synergy with other domain, because when we're on head domain, we also have very strong opinion about what we should act in that situation. But then if it is LCBB, MCBB have different opinion and different solution. So come to LC, we have 10 MCB and 10 solution. So the first one is that LCP cannot understand all the solution to take care for the LCPB to to take that solution, and the LCB will really blur how soon they can do to to manage his or her LC. So I suggest that whatever the solution you want to take, coordinate with other domain to see that what is common thing we can do together, and make sure when we does scale to the LC, it's it's one solution as an entire MC member. And also the last one, next slide, honey. And the next one is about customer experience skill for for my people, because like about crisis management, it's not about only solving, but also if the problem come, we cannot equip this enough skill to our people, so things never be solved. And then I have some learning lesson from customer experience. First one about stakeholder coordination. Because like our LCBB, each is new LCBB like you, and they need to manage a lot of stakeholder, which is MCs and entity holding entity, opportunity provider, EP, and in each situation, how can they make the communication line smooth as much as they can and take the solution fastest. Second one is about emotional intelligence, because like when too many crises come and they will freak out and they cannot control their own emotion, and when they cannot control the emotion they will lose anyway. Yeah. The third one about knowledge, how deep they know about the compendium of Isaac, the country law, the country direction for the situation. So the action needs to be very clear in terms how to apply on the policy that we have in the country and in Isaac for the cases. The last one about motivation, because they keep doing crisis management instead of like fancy job like sell or other things they expect to do. So that sometimes they feel why I'm here to do this kind of thing, like why I'm here to only solve crisis for people. So as a check that we all together as entity can repeat again how uh, Isaac and how it changed to make sense, or what should we do at this moment to support the situation. So for example, if OD keep pushing about CBA, but then product keep tracking customer experience only, so member will confuse what should we do. And when OD track the CBA and they always fail, they will very they will feel very demotivated about that. That is, and the next one is that uh, so yeah, so what we can start to prepare for this situation. So the first one is that we can start to research about how to support digital marketing channel, research about partner LinkedIn profile, be ready to moonpack the sales peak for the winter. So when the situation getting better, we can think how we can force our people to do more open. And the second one is that LC and LC, MC and LC want to maintain the relationship with our partner as operation and update COVID-19 situation, because like because we are different country and we are different region and we cannot feel each other. So the only way that we can empathize that communication. And the last one is that MC and LC should take the same action at the same time, and it can become the strongest action. So it's a moment to coordinate your people. Yeah. And so for this summer, the coronavirus affect a lot in terms of operation of every country. So what is the consequence that may next winter we can be affected? Next slide, honey. So the first one is that like member capacity for operation, like sale, like sale, team management, IR skill, because like now they just do crisis management, so they will lose a lot in terms of capacity to operation. So at this moment at MCBB, we need to care more about membership education cycle uh, to make sure that even they cannot go to do practical, they have a certain knowledge and do more practice with them to make sure they have enough capacity to do in next winter. And the second one is that member may drop out because of our lacking workload or feeling irrelevant of Isaac with current situation of the world. So as an entity and the MC, I suggest that we can like align the current situation of the world and Isaac. How can we still uh, make sense at this moment? Maybe we do not do more exchange, but then how the vision of Isaac make more sense to people. Um, and also, one thing I really care with us is this matter with Rob. It's really hard for us to catch the growth in next winter because, like we will always compare like to previous semester, and in previous semester the number is very small, so it's really hard for us to make it big again. And the last one is that IR, our partner is Lord New Market, New Demand, and we are no longer become their top IR. So how can we repeat our image to our partner to make sure that they still consider us as a key IR, consider us as like the best solution for demand. So in next winter, when everything getting better, we can start do operation without care, without worry about we lose all the supply. Yeah. And the last thing is that the key message I want to remind for everyone is that even me is that after the challenge, may we close together, very close, because like we go through a lot of like painful, a lot of cry, a lot of bad situation, and we take a lot learning lesson, and also we grow a lot from that moment, and we want to contribute more for organization. We have motivation to make more exchange, to make Isaac and make our entity getting better. There is one scenario, or else they will too tired with crisis management, and they want to take rest when they want to leave Isaac because like they think that it's too much for them. So these two scenarios may happen, and it will happen or not really depend on the way we control our entity and control our commission currently. So be mindful about how we lead our commission and how we take care for operation and also emotion of everyone in the commission. Okay, so good luck to everyone.
Thank you, Stella, for sharing these amazing insights for us. And then I'm also very looking forward to see more people are willing to share your experience and also how you react towards this situation. So in the end, I wanna just share a little bit with what we have done so far from global and regional office to better have a better support you. And then let's check the gift from regional office. If you enter here APGT Resources Hub, you can find the risk management folder. And then in here, there are all the ISEC mail, like global mails to communicate. And then for this one would be the AI Crisis Management Hub. So all of the informations will be updated here. And then you can also see all of the resources. For example, social media campaigns, all of the risk management guides for reputations, for finance, it's all here. And there are also all of the entity risk management plan. So for example, how is Australia doing for the change management guidelines? So you can just feel free to check who is your IR partner, or you also have your own. You can also upload here. And there are some external resources. What are the important things, or for especially for the network management, you can actually refer to these resources, and you can also feel free to upload. And in here, there are a very important checker, which I really want you to support us to keep updated. So for here, we already have like all of the status for now. Then you can check resources. You can check what are the opportunities, or how we can actually better support each other from the output in Commission Core. So yeah, that's all for our side. And then for next week, we are going to have like consultancy space for you to have a better understanding about all of the things here we are talking, like what's going on, what's happening. So stay tuned, and then we will always be here for you. Let's overcome all of this and make our leadership more relevant than ever. So thank you guys.